Boom. And welcome to the show. We got Jimmy Skillz. He's got a pillow on his lap because he's an old guy and he needs his arms to be
take a crap.
Cradled, and he's got to take a crap. Hey, Jim, have I complained to you about my inability to crap lately?
No, but I was going to ask you. So we are broadcasting still to both channels, correct?
Correct, my friend. Correct.
You got some balls on you. You're trying to like piss everyone off. Huh?
I'm trying to piss off Google, dude. Like, if they want a piece, I'm going to get them, dude. I'm not afraid of them. Are you afraid of them? Jim, be honest. Are you afraid of Google?
Actually, I am, dude.
Are you afraid that Google's going to Google your Google?
No, I'm just afraid that when just the direction they've been going for so long.
What direction is that? Straight to H?
I feel like at the beginning of the internet, it would be like, this year, this is the popular web browser, and this year, this is the popular search engine, and then it would shift. Oh, now this is the thing. Once it got to like Google, it like stopped, and they become so incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And the technology they use to monitor things, what scares me is I don't think like they're secretly trying to take over the world.
Jam, don't be scared, dude.
But when something develops as powerful as the direction they're heading in, then all it takes is like somebody to like, you know, as Jared said, make some bad decisions, and we got World War III.
Oh yeah, there.
Who's even here right now?
Everyone, they all showed up. All 500,000 people showed up.
Oh wow!
It turns out it's like the 100th live stream. You live stream to no one for about 5 years, and then boom, they all show up. Every single one of them.
I'm just thinking, how great would it be if all 500,000 people showed up and we just did a 10-minute stream every single night, 7 days a week?
Yeah,
get 500,000 views every time.
It'd be amazing, dude. If they all just would show up, that would be amazing, dude. We'd literally be able to live off that. Dude, cartoon hookups would be back, and it would be amazing. I'm not talking like it would be all right. It would be – Jim would be able to hire a team. Jim wouldn't even be animating anymore. He'd just be like art directing.
I'd be in the back smoking a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
With two babes on my shoulders. Fix those keyframes.
Oh, it would be so good, man. What happened today, dude? What was your day like? Tell me something fun, man.
Today was really good, but okay, so I've been animating all day long.
Oh, for that project, for the one you've been working on for a long time?
So I probably worked about 10 hours today on it, but it was one of those days where you just really get into it. Mm-hmm. Like you don't want to stop. Okay. And I'm pretty much done.
I have to say you real quick then. Thank you for doing this then, because I know you're probably freaking exhausted, and probably the last thing you want to do. Are you gonna pass out? Are you all right?
Oh no. Oh, did you really freeze?
No.
I was like, that's pretty good.
You didn't see it, dude. I saw that my thing was swinging here. I'm like, I wonder if you'll see that.
Dude, anyway, so
all right, tell me.
Well, yeah, I wanted to come on anyways because I need some friends in my life. But
we all do, dude.
But no, it was a really good day of animating. It was pretty intense day. And the cool thing about it is I'm like totally ahead of schedule. I basically have like tomorrow like an hour or so just to play around with a few things, but I'm done.
Oh, wait, you're done?
No, with the next clip.
Oh, okay.
The most recent clip. So all the previous clips have been done with like images and stuff, and those have taken quite a bit longer. When I was able just to like use a little bit of my drawing skills, but mainly, just working Moho, it's just crazy how fast I can get stuff done.
Oh, that's
But
awesome.
Anyway, so dude, no, here's the thing that kind of sucked though, because I was having this great day where, just in zone, I'm working, I'm animating, everything's clicking, and I get done, and it's like that kind of that depression afterwards. And I think that it's a couple things. One, I'm like, the nights, like I feel like I just got up and now it's already nighttime. The
Yeah.
day's over, and then you start thinking about your whole life. Like, this is life, huh? Just it's like the Groundhog Day syndrome, where you're just kind of depressed. Like, damn, dude.
I completely identify. There is something there's something that feels so, like, I occasionally have those days with work now where there's just like a deadline, like a video's coming out tomorrow, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, it just has to get done. And so it'll be like an extremely long day, which feels kind of good in the moment because it feels like you have direction. But then there gets to be a point at which you're like, I now need part of this day to be my life, and I'm not going to have that. And then there's that, once you're done, there is that depression of my entire life was that. And it's not a normal depression, because I don't know if you identify or if it's the same with you, but like I have like depression that I get sometimes. It feels very different than that whole I worked all day and now I don't even have my life for me. Like that one is like, it's not quite as painful. It's just like drained. It's like there's like it's like lifeless. It's just like meh.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I know it's a normal thing after like any type of high to have like a depression for whether you're somebody in business or an athlete. And I've experienced that myself, but it was more of a like, it's kind of like that whole, you're stressing and you keep thinking like, I can't wait till I get this done because then there'll be a relief.
Yeah.
And you get into that thing and then you get it done and there's not a relief. And it's more of a like you said, it's like, damn, that was like, everything was like devoted to that. Now that's gone. And I'm like sitting here alone.
Right.
But it's even also I don't know. It's like you want to get done, but then once you get done and you've accomplished your goal and you've done a really good job. And then now it's almost like before you were looking at the goal from this perspective and now you're looking at it from this perspective and you're like, so that's it, huh?
Yeah.
I accomplished it. Now I'm just going to like do that again. And what's the purpose of life? It's just like, so you're on opposite ends of the goal and it's like either anxiety or depression, viewing it.
I literally I have worked those where I've worked all day and then finished at like 3 a.m. and then I drive home and I won't go to bed. I need part of my day to be me. So like then I'm up till like 7, 8 a.m, just being like, well, I'm taking part of this day for Jared,
Yeah, and I don't want anybody listening to think like every second of my life is gloom and doom. I'm talking about small moments in life where you really deeply get to like some type of thought. But Jared reminds me of another thing that I have fully realized how important it is. When I say I realize something, there's a difference between having knowledge and having like the experience of it. So somebody can tell you like, hey, in life, you can work hard, but you got to take breaks. You got to, have time for yourself, like whether it's like going to the zoo or going to the bookstore, you just let go of it. You got to have like that downtime and basically pamper yourself a little bit. And even though in theory, I know that made sense, my personality could not ever embrace that. And if I tried, it just wouldn't work because then me trying to enjoy myself, I'm thinking about all the stuff I didn't want to do. And so I think I've kind of come to a point where my experience has taught me that is actually a beneficial thing. It really is. And that I'm obsessed with the things I want to do, but now I'm realizing if I actually do embrace this time to myself and then truly enjoy it and be in the moment, when it comes back to going to work, I'm going to be even better at work. So it's like forcing yourself to break away from all the anxieties and pressures in your life. So now I'm like, dude, I really am excited because this has only been in the thought stage so far, but I know myself well enough. I know myself well enough to know when it gets to this point where I'm really thinking about something that is getting ready to happen. And so I'm already thinking about, there's a zoo here. It's like, I'm going to go by myself to the zoo. Maybe I'll bring my iPad if I want to draw, but maybe not. But the main thing is just to go to the zoo and see the animals. And I'm really kind of against zoos, but it's here, so what can you do? But do things like that, you know, where it's like I'm really just, because I haven't done that since I was a kid. There has never, like when I was a kid, I remember like a real little kid, like you go to school and you got this, and then the weekend you get to wake up and watch cartoons and do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I don't ever give myself a do whatever you want day. I don't ever say today's I'm going to pick this Saturday and I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to watch movies. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go get some Starbucks, get some ice cream, go to the zoo, whatever. And I don't do that. And it's because when I would think about doing that, that would cause more anxiety, because I'd be like, that is such a waste of time because I'm not where I want to be in life.
Right.
But like I said, realize now that you have to do those kind of things, because what you're doing when you don't give yourself those breaks is you're training yourself in a certain way, and you get locked in that way. So guess what happens when you do find some success? You're still not going to be able to enjoy it. And then you find more success. You're still not going to be able to enjoy it because you've trained yourself. Now you cannot enjoy things. You need to constantly be working, constantly be stressing. Not that you're thinking this, but you've trained yourself with this. You need to constantly be in this state to succeed.
But Jimmy, don't you feel like you've already trained yourself to that? You are a 25-year-old adult, you know? You've had years of training yourself.
Look I know all this stuff. I'm trying to play stupid for our audience. I'm trying to help them out, God damn it.
You're screwed, dude. You're never going to be able to enjoy your success. You're going to be rich and successful and working all day, every day.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Yeah, I guess you bring up a good point. And when someone is, you know, what I'm saying would be great if I was like 22. I just realized this now at 75. I should enjoy life.
Well, shit.
I am definitely a late bloomer, but you know what though?
Dude, you are blooming all over the place though. Let me tell you, dude.
Spartan. We are Spartan.
Real quick, we should say hello to everyone. We haven't really said hello to everyone. What's up, everyone? Hey, Cameron. Hey, Legit Man. Hey, Garth. Hey, Deadpool E. Harley Quinn. Hey, Jarrett. Hey, Jimmy, young Manitalk.
Mansplaining.
Jim, can I tell you of how my stupid ass day started?
Yes, I would love to hear about your day.
So, you know, I've got like the day job now, right? And like I'm not trained to go to work like super early, but I mean early enough. And so today I woke up and I looked at the clock and it said 1:15. And I was like
1:15.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I was like, shake off the cobwebs. You're reading it wrong. It's gonna say 9:45.
Then you looked again and it said 2:45. You better get up.
Oh no, but it was 1:15, and I had messages saying, hey, are you okay? What's happening?
Dude, that's crazy. Oh my God. I mean, that's crazy. What time did you go to bed?
I always go to bed like between like 2 and 4 generally. So I went to bed at 3:30.
Yeah, see, for me, if I went to bed at 3:30 and I wasn't doing anything like drinking or anything crazy, like I can't imagine oversleeping like that. You're like a little baby. You know what I mean? Like when I was a little baby, when I was a kid, when I was 8, I could totally oversleep. Maybe even 11. Now, dude, that's crazy. It's not like you went to bed at like 8 in the morning and you had to be up at noon and you woke up at 1:30. No. You went to bed at 10 o'clock last night.
And you go to bed at 10 o'clock. But yeah, dude, I overslept.
Wow.
I slept more than 8 hours. I slept more than 8 hours. And also, dude, like I can't be sure. So here's the thing. Every day I set 2 alarms on my phone and my alarm clock. And last night when I went to sleep, I forgot to set my phone alarms. I did set my alarm clock. And when I woke up at 1:15, like I turned off the alarm. So it had been engaged. I don't recall ever hearing it go off though. So like, I mean, ultimately I feel like it malfunctioned, which I don't think my alarm clock ever has, but I've used the same alarm clock now since Dude, legitimately, I probably am using the same alarm clock that I bought when I went away to college.
No, same
So,
here, dude.
so
That's
I'm
the thing
using an
about those.
alarm clock from, like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm using an alarm clock that I bought in probably 2002 or 2003.
No, dude, same here. That's the thing when you that's something kind of overlooked in life, but alarm clocks last a long ass time. There's a lot of things that we have to replace or break. Those things
Right.
are solid, man. I think my dad had the same one from the time he was like 15 till the time he was 75.
Yeah. I mean, weird. But
Well,
dude, it really kind of put a hamper on my day, dude. Like
I
that
bet,
really
man.
sucks to like wake up and literally you've been in like a time machine. You just
I just imagine you get to work and you're just walking through like, hey, and he lock eyes with Nathan and he's just like and just walks off, just disappointed.
I did. He wasn't even. Well, he might have been there. If he was, no, he wasn't there. They were shooting today. They were on set. They did some crazy stuff this week, dude.
You know what's crazy? If this was the 80s
Uh-huh.
and you like this is the exact same situation. If this was the 80s, you would be basically working on a television show,
Yeah.
maybe for Nickelodeon or something,
Yeah.
But instead of like them shooting a string of like half-hour episodes, they just shoot like 10, 15-minute episodes like a few times a week or whatever.
That's the thing though. The episodes that we do are generally like, I mean, often they are 15 to 20 minutes, but generally I would say they're 20 to 30 minutes.
But they got to have like some type of template or structure, like a television show or anything. You don't just randomly do stuff. It has to be like, okay, we got to get this. Like, here's the premise, and then we got to get this footage. We got to do this. We got to do this, and then wrap it up. Okay.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we never know how long they're going to be until they've been shot and we start editing them. I mean,
no, yeah, I know from the editor's point of view.
But yeah, I mean, otherwise there's a meeting at the beginning of the week where I don't know what week they're talking about now, whatever week in the future, and they're coming up. They have a list of concepts, and they've agreed that this is the next concept they're going to do, and then they start hammering out all the things that they need to buy and if they need to go to any locations or what. The video that they shot today, God, I shouldn't even talk about this stuff.
Yeah, talk about it.
So
I imagine at work tomorrow, Nathan comes up to you and like, yeah, so I was just kind of on YouTube last night before I went to bed and just randomly
said exactly what
videos and came across a video with you and I don't know, some weird guy, but don't talk about me on your stream.
Dude, I'll be honest, man. Like I wear shirts with his logo all the time. And like, I often take it off before we stream just cause I assume like I'm probably not allowed to wear it on another YouTube channel.
Hey, Jared. Hey, buddy. Hey, things are going good. Cool, man. Yeah. Just got back from a shoot. Hey, could you not wear our shirts when you're streaming?
On your little
cool,
little
cool. All right, man. I thought it was cool. I love you, man. I'm just
regardless. So they bought $15,000 worth of something to fill their house with, and it took 3 like semi trucks, I believe.
How would they afford that,
dude? Are you kidding me?
You kidding, man?
Dude, I believe the cleanup's gonna be $15,000 also.
Like I said,
to hire a company to get rid of the stuff.
Hey, Matt, I heard you kind of on your stream, you're just kind of throwing out like numbers and dude, you don't know what. Just don't. First of all, don't talk about our business, okay?
Listen,
it's like the third time, and also, weren't you fucking late today?
Listen, the reason I'm so loose with talking about this stuff right now is because we happen to have all 500,000 of our subscribers in the room. So I figure I'm good. Like if I were to lose my job, like we're back. First of all, I think
I'm joking. I think those guys are super cool and they wouldn't give a crap.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't.
To me, this idea, the funny part about it is the whole like kind of successful stuck up dude who's just gonna give not give you a shit over everything.
Right.
Like,
I wonder, like, I appear on their channel. I had another video on their channel
no,
like
you've
this
got
past
you got the
week.
reputation as a teacher, man.
So I don't know. I don't know. Wait, as the teacher, you
Yeah,
saw
you're always,
there was a new one where I was the teacher.
yeah. I didn't watch it all or anything, but yeah,
Are you like subscribed?
I might be, but I mean, you got to think though. Even the one like where I did the animation, you were the teacher.
Oh, that's right. Gotcha. Because I think there was a video like this past week where I was a teacher came out. But that's it. That's the thing I wonder is because like I don't know. I know that he knows that I have a channel. I know that he knows generally what I was doing on my channel or on our channel. But I don't know. I don't know if he has any like feelings about it. I don't know if I could like go in my community tab and throw up his videos. But
Yeah,
also, like part of me feels like the algorithm would see that and shut his channel down.
dude, it's funny because I just imagine like when you say he knows I have a channel and he knows kind of the nature of it. I'm just imagining like the conversation like Kobe or somebody being like, yeah, Jared has a really successful channel, blah blah blah. And just I don't know why I'm just I don't know. Just imagining Nathan like, yeah, dude, that's cool, man. Everybody's got a channel, just I like the idea of making him like a dick when he's not, what I mean? Like he's probably the nicest guy, but just make him always like a jerk.
Dude, he legitimately is the nicest guy.
But you know what though? I think I guess that this is like not true, but there's part of me that I feel like to do what he does, you kind of have to be a fun guy. I mean, it would just really be tough to like be a jerk and like fake being this
But I
fun
feel
kid.
I feel like there's a lot of channels, like big channels that are that way, where like the YouTubers are just terrible, dude. I actually think that he is the exception, not the rule. I think generally a lot of YouTubers are kind of full of themselves,
Yeah,
and
I know one very well.
yeah, me too. Skills.
Well, I don't have a big channel, so you must not be talking
It's
about
it's
me.
it's our channel, Skills.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Oh, okay, it doesn't count. Okay, I see how it is, dude. What are you drawing tonight, Skills?
I'm actually not drawing anything. I'm just kind of
What,
messing
you
around.
writing a love letter?
Yes.
Dear Wink, to which I owe my heart. You look so nice with your
Art.
Under Armour hat and your almost a beard. I
Um,
love that you're wearing a baseball shirt. We all know that you can't throw a baseball. Eagle Fang Karate?
Eagle Fang Karate, man.
What's that?
That's like first of all, it represents the deadliest eagle in the world. It's the only eagle that has fangs.
Oh, there's an
It's-
eagle that has fangs?
Yes.
I don't believe that. They made it up for the shirt, I bet.
But no, what were you saying though? Oh, yeah, you're talking about what were you saying about?
I didn't say anything. I said I was wearing a baseball shirt.
No, before that though.
Before that, I was saying this is our channel. Our channel.
Power.
Gary Turbo shipping Wink and Skills. The only reason Jim even knows what shipping means is because of our channel.
All I know is how is there not maybe there is, and I'm going to sound like a dumbass, but how is there not a television show that's highly successful named Gary Turbo?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, just
There
think
is
about
now.
that.
Gary Turbo.
Coming this summer. From the makers.
Gary Turbo sounds like it sounds like one of the characters on SpongeBob, or SpongeBob, as you would say. I love SpongeBob and Discord.
From the makers of The Exorcist comes Gary Turbo, the animated children's series. How can it even...
I was supposed to get us music, and I forgot about that.
Coming this summer to Netflix, The Gary Turbo Chronicles, starring Gary. Of course, it's starring Gary.
I can use the same one we used last time. I don't know. Or, I don't know. Oh, maybe I will.
Gary Turbo is marked for death.
Oh, crap.
Hide it. From the creators of the A-Team and Different Strokes comes a new type of show. An animation with no bounds. Coming this summer to Netflix. The Gary Turbo Chronicles. Gary Turbo. Oh, Gary Turbo.
I can only half listen to you. What is happening?
Gary Turbo, dude.
All right. Could you hear that? Who didn't hear that?
Oh, what happened? I didn't hear anything.
Wait, do you not hear music?
No.
Really?
Nope.
How about now?
Yep, now I do.
How about now?
Yep.
Okay, great. Wait. How about now? Okay, just checking. Okay, cool. We got to check Skillz' ears because he's growing up, and we worry about him. Here, I got to grab another seltzer. I'll be right back.
Gary Turbo. Gary Turbo is on a mission. Get out of there. Gary Turbo has no fear.
It wasn't an ordinary day for Gary Turbo.
But what they didn't know, what they had totally forgotten about, was Gary fucking Turbo.
Hey, Chelsea wants you to draw Sam from Trick or Treat, and you totally should.
Yeah, I should.
Hey, have you seen Trick or Treat?
Yes, I love it. Dude, to me, that movie is so iconic, but it's
Chelsea.
not iconic. You know what I mean? It's like...
It will be. Give it time, and I think it's like kind of a cult classic.
I just think that things are so saturated now, that it'll always be a cult classic, but I feel like if that movie came out like in the 80s or 70s, dude, that would be like one of the top 10 best ever, just because it's very simple, but it totally captures Halloween, and everything about it is good. And then there's a lot of great moments, and there's a lot of iconic characters, and you know what I mean? So I'm just like, if that movie came out at a different time, it would be.
So here's the thing though. So like that movie is, to me, like, dude, it's like nearly perfect. Like I didn't even really want to watch it. Somebody else kind of put it on when we were like doing a full day marathon of horror movies for Halloween. And it was this last Halloween, and they put that on, and dude, I was enthralled the whole time. But it kind of gives me faith that even though maybe I haven't heard of a movie, that it doesn't mean there aren't like hundreds or thousands of movies that good that are just hidden within the vast ocean of movies, you know? Like, because it kind of sucks if the only good horror movies are all what you've heard of already, which a lot of them aren't even that like great, you know?
I like what you're saying. I don't know, especially in this day and age, I feel like that's almost impossible. Like there's, when we were kids, it was a different time
Yeah.
because we were limited to what we literally had access to. But now it's like, I don't know. I feel with the internet and just everything, social media. I'm not saying there's not some hidden gem somewhere, but I just, gosh, I want to think there is a lot, but I don't. So basically, I'm disagreeing
I don't know,
with
man.
you.
Well, I think I don't know. I think there is because, like, dude, even I'm part of a bunch of like horror groups on Facebook, and like even there, like things get mentioned, and then all of a sudden everyone's saying like the name of a movie. It's just like happening enough where it becomes part of my consciousness, and then I go and I check it out, and I'm like, oh, this was awesome, and I haven't heard of it. You know, it happens. Like just recently, I watched. This isn't the best example of it because it's not the best movie, and it's even more of a thriller. But I just watched Eden Lake. Did we talk about this?
I don't think so.
So I just saw Eden Lake, and honestly, man, like I don't know if I had even heard of it. Like it came out in like 2007, 2008, around the same time as Trick or Treat.
Okay. That's crazy that it came out that long ago, man.
Yeah. And then so I hadn't heard of it, definitely hadn't heard of it when it came out. But people have been talking about it on the horror groups lately, and I was like, I want to watch this. So dude, I started it, and right off the bat, it had the dude that plays young Magneto in the X-Men movies. I forget his name.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment I saw him, I legitimately was like, oh, that guy isn't going to do a shit movie. Like, this is going to be a special, like, horror movie. And it was, man. It's not the best. But, dude, it's like, it ranks. It was good. It was fun. It was hard to watch at times. It had great effects. It was great casting.
Like I said, dude, if Trick or Treat
Michael
came out,
Fassbender, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Like he was, and dude, like if you turn on a horror movie and you see a mainstream, really good actor, you're like, this person's agent isn't going to let him do a piece of crap. This is going to be a good movie, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just feel like, again, if that movie came out in the 70s or 80s, because they could have essentially done it.
Yeah, absolutely, they could have.
It would have been, dude.
But honestly, I don't think that movie could have been made then because of the storytelling. Storytelling like that didn't exist until post 90s. There's no, like, I have never seen a movie from the 70s or 80s that weaves together stories like that in such a way, dude.
So imagine if it would have came out back then.
Dude, then it would have, dude, if Trick or Treat came out in 1980, you're absolutely right. It would be on the list of the probably top 10 horror movies of all time.
Yeah.
That would solidify. If that movie came out as it is today, even if the effects weren't quite as good, the effects aren't even the thing I remember about that movie.
No, I don't either. But here's the thing: if they had good practical effects, I mean, you can watch films like even The Exorcist and things like that. Like, so they would have did the effects differently, but they probably would have added to it, you know.
Dude, that's one thing. I said this to you when I just watched all the Exorcist movies, dude. And while I am excited that they're rebooting The Exorcist, I truly mean it when I say that movie holds up. Like it actually holds up. In that, like, it does, it literally to me, and I didn't see it like way early. I caught it for the first time in high school, like at
Mhm.
the end of the 90s or the beginning of the 2000s. And so like I don't have a nostalgia for that movie.
No, me
It's
neither,
not
dude. Me
it's not
neither.
like it's not like I saw it as a little kid and like it doesn't matter, it will always look like new to me. Dude, that movie is number one, scary. Number two, like you were saying, dude, practical effects in that movie are awesome. The makeup in that is awesome.
Mhm.
Like the makeup isn't even that good in the sequel, in the second one. Like whoever they got to do the makeup for that movie, holy crap, man.
Well, that's what I'm
The
saying.
movie's
That
great.
movie, that also was a movie that, like, I didn't, that was, before my time as far as like me, like being at like a old enough age to like watch that, when it first came out or anything.
Right.
But yeah, that movie is just, it's so, it's just so good, and it is what it is. Like, it doesn't. That's the kind of movie. I kind of feel like this about The Shining too, though. But it's the kind of movie where you didn't have to have been around when it came out. It's just, you know, it's a beast.
Yeah. Now, I will say, I just saw The Shining for the first time a few weeks ago. The Shining, I don't love. The Shining, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a fantastic film. I am glad that I watched it. I definitely liked it, and I would rank it well. I probably will never watch it again, ever.
Yeah, to
There's
me,
like no replay value in it for me.
yeah, I got you. Yeah, for me, I've watched it. Um, I don't know, 3 times, 4 times, but yeah, Doctor Sleep was another one that was.
Dude, I heard Doctor Sleep was so good.
Yeah, that's what made me get back into The Shining. Was that came out, and I follow a horror channel, and he was like, "Dude," because I had seen like things about it, but I didn't know what it was because they
Dude,
didn't. The marketing was really bad. The marketing was so bad because they didn't say Shining 2 or sequel to Shining or anything. So like, I went to the theaters to watch it.
oh,
Like
you
2 weeks.
saw it in the theater.
Yeah, dude. Because
Holy crap.
I have a guy I follow on YouTube who does reviews, and he came on and he was just like, "Holy crap, dude! You got." So I'm like, "Oh, awesome!"
What real quick, the director of Doctor Sleep, I forget the guy's name. He's like future of horror. He is horror of now.
Oh yeah, he's
like
good, dude.
What's his name?
But dude,
Somebody
what I was gonna say is that the movie been out 2 weeks. I heard this review from this guy, so I'm like, cool. This is like a little gem, like you said, something that kind of went under the radar. And I get to the movie theater, and the guy's like, "Oh, we're sorry, dude. Like, we had to pull it." I'm like, "You pulled it?" He's like, "Dude, like nobody had went and seen it for like 3 days straight."
What?
Yeah, so I'm like,
Seriously?
yeah, that's how bad it was. Like nobody knew what it was. They just saw a picture of what's his name, and it said Doctor Sleep, and it was, you know what I mean. And so I ran to the other theater, and I missed like the first 5 minutes. Anyways, I watched it. It was so good. And then right after that, it did such a good job of, because what it is like when Kubrick did The Shining, he took a lot of the elements, but he did a few differences. The main differences he did was there was 2 different books to The Shining, and he took elements from both and kind of combined them. So what this director did was he took the book Doctor Sleep, but then he had to deal with, he didn't want to do something where, like, even though Stephen King and Kubrick kind of got into it about the creative differences, he didn't want to, the Kubrick film was just highly regarded, and Stephen King, obviously, it's his story. So he wanted to like satisfy both of the fans of both of those, So anyways, he did a great job, but it made me go back and watch The Shining, and
Chelsea's killing it. It's
what'd she do?
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, Mike Flanagan is like he is essentially like Netflix's like golden boy for horror. But like the few things I've seen of his, why are you laughing at me, Skillz?
I'm like you. You try to say words, you're like horror.
No, horror, yeah. No, but dude, I have not seen all of his stuff. I will watch all of his stuff though. I did watch one of his first films just recently, and it was super low budget, and it was so good, dude. It was scary. It was original. Um, it was just so freaking good. It was I forget what it was called. The name of the film is the concept of the film, where it's about a woman whose husband has been missing, but they can't declare the person dead until they've been missing for so long. It's like 7 years. And the name of the film is that concept, I believe. I just can't remember what that's called. But it starts at, the woman, it's just been the 7 years, and she can just now essentially file with the government that her husband is deceased. And it's like her going through that. But then there's like supernatural stuff, and her estranged sister is visiting, and dude, the concept was just like, I was pulled in immediately with like obviously a very low budget, with actors that I've never seen in anything before. It was just so good. Like if that's one of that guy's first works, it's no shock that he's doing really well. Dude, also, I don't know, have you seen Oculus?
No, but I've heard about it.
So Oculus is another one of his movies. And like, when I saw that, I saw it on Netflix years ago, and I don't remember a whole lot about it. But dude, there's like one scene in Oculus that was like blew my mind. Like, it's just very talented director, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's great. I love that stuff, man. What's really crazy is that, have you ever seen Event Horizon?
I have. I don't recall anything about it, but
it's such a creepy idea. But here's what really sucks, and we're never gonna probably see this. Because how like they'll do like a director's cut.
Yeah.
As a fan. So the guy that directed, I guess wrote and directed that film, he had like a very dark vision of this. It was combining horror and like the supernatural. I can't remember. They get like too close to the, I think, a black hole, and then all this like crazy like shit starts happening, like people getting possessed or whatever. But the original the ideas that this guy had, the studio, it was one of those things, back in the day where the studio would just be like, we don't know about that. And so they butchered everything. And just the director came out and talked about all the scenes that they made him cut, and the narrative they made him cut, and like an orgy in hell, and just all this he was just describing the creepiest stuff. And he said, we can't put this in here because it'll be too disturbing, not disturbing, but like abstract. And anyway, so
was this all supposed to be part of Event Horizon, you're saying?
Yes, it was going to make it really dark and really creepy.
I mean, Event Horizon, I recall liking it. And
yeah, no, I do too. But
from what I've heard, like,
so check this out though, dude.
People love that movie, dude.
So yeah. So check this out. All this stuff, this crazy, freaky stuff that he wanted in there, that they made him not, they told him not to put in there. He actually shot all that stuff. So there was a cut of it, but the film has gotten lost, and the only thing they say that exists is a VHS of it somewhere. It's just like,
dude.
Which I'd be fine to watch.
Recently, I was just talking with another buddy of mine who loves horror, who was saying, unless it was you, but I feel like I recall talking to someone recently where it was something just like that, where there's like a director's cut that there was supposed to be, but the footage is gone, but it is on a VHS, and somebody is going to try to cut it together. That reminds me, dude, I love the Clive Barker movie Nightbreed, and I have the director's cut of that, and I've never seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's like I think that's like 30 or 40 extra minutes. So like that's like a lot, you know?
Yeah, dude, I love watching. I got the Close Encounters of the Third Kind 4K disc,
I've never
and it had
seen that.
yeah, it had 3 different copies. And I guess the only one I had ever seen was a there's 3 of them. There's like the director's cut, the special cut, and like the theatrical cut. And you know, I'm excuse me. I'm young enough to where all I ever did was I saw it on TV, you know,
Right.
and that was like a whole hodgepodge of stuff. But anyways, everybody when I was reading about it was saying the director's cut. You got to see that, and I knew the original, and I love it. I've seen it so many times. It's so
Who
like
directed that? Isn't that who is
Spielberg.
it? Okay, I thought it was.
So the theatrical cut or whatever I'd seen is like what I was used to, and I loved it. So I figured if I put the director's cut in, it was going to be some extra stuff, a little different, whatever. Dude, it was better. It was so
Wow.
good. It was so good to where I'm like, why wasn't this the cut, man? I mean, this is good. The way they rearrange things, it's crazy because sometimes you'll see a different cut and it's like you either don't notice a difference or you notice a few spots where it's different or whatever. But this was like amazing, man.
Wow.
But I can't believe you haven't seen that. Here's what we got to do, guys. We should start. We should do a stream where I pick a movie that Jared hasn't seen that I want him to watch, and he'll do the same for me. And we'll come back and give our commentary. And basically, it'll be us watching movies on our own time and then coming back and telling each other how we didn't like it.
Yeah, it'll be great and hurting each other in the process. Dude, there's also have you ever seen the movie Legend?
Oh, I love that movie.
So did you know that there is a different cut of that film with an entirely different score?
Yes, and I've been trying to get that. I've actually been trying to get that because I do want to see that badly.
So I have it, but I only have the DVD. I have the DVD of both.
Well, that might be all that exists, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because I looked into this. I think there is a Blu-ray. I don't know though.
All right, we maybe got to look that up.
You guys like our music? Thank you for joining us. You're listening to Hypertension by The Chronicles. It's 86 degrees outside. The humidity is 150. I hope you're enjoying your night. This weekend coming to the theaters, we're going to have the new X-Men movie and from Pixar, the Gary Turbo movie. Yeah, we got about 10 more minutes, guys, and we're getting off. Getting the hell out of here. Because we got to get out of here. We got to. I don't even know where'd Jared go. Is he still here or is he gone?
Yeah.
Where's Vinny Artichoke, man?
Where's it? Hey guys.
Where's Vinny Artichoke?
Hey guys. This is Vinny Artichoke. All right. So I was gonna look up. Is the Jerry Goldsmith Legend on Blu-ray? Is this the DVD? Dude, I might have to sell my DVD because it's like Special Edition Ultimate Edition. Is this a Blu-ray or is it this? Number of discs. No, it's the DVD. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know if it's ever come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, so I might actually appreciate that or a copy of that because I definitely do want to watch it. Welcome to the soothing sounds of Jay and Wink. Wink and Jay. Maybe you're smoking a J.
But yeah, I definitely, man, now I want to look and make sure I still have the DVD. That's like, dude, that's like Legend and like Labyrinth. I can get those on Blu-ray. I can get them on 4K. I would never get rid of my DVDs anyway. It's the same thing with, I have a shelf of DVD horror in my bedroom that is all stuff that I have um high def versions of that I'll still never get rid of the DVDs. Like my set of like Nightmare on Elm Street, like screw that, dude. Like I'll never watch the DVD again, but like I'm gonna hold on to them. They're like my favorite movies, you know.
Well, I think you should send it to Jimmy Scales, improve your friendship once and for all.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll just send them to you.
Then I'll send them back to you.
Great.
We'll send them back. And I wonder.
Yeah, the Tom Cruise legend, Chelsea.
Yep. If we just took a random disc and we were willing to commit to this concept, I will send it to you. You'll get it. One day later, you'll send it back to me. We'll just do this for like years and see how long it takes before it gets lost in the mail or before somebody like gets a hold of us and wants to know what's going on.
Dude, that's something. So I don't know if I told you, my dad's been sending me all of his DVDs and Blu-rays, right?
Yeah.
So, and we're talking like many boxes of them, right? Mm-hmm. So he mentions to me on the phone, oh, I sent one out last week, or I sent one on this Monday, and I also sent one on Thursday. And dude, it got to the point where I realized I thought I was missing one box. And I told him that. I was like, man, I'm really sorry, but I think one of them got lost in the mail. And he was like, I wouldn't even know, like, based on if you told me what you had and you didn't, I wouldn't even know at this point. But I got it. I now have everything, but they definitely lost it in the mail, dude. So it had a label that they made, like a scannable label, and it had gotten wet, and all of the writing was gone from it. It was just a smear. And my dad had written my address on the box. But and this is kind of stupid, but the box had been damaged, and it damaged the zip code. So like, I don't think that if there was like a person involved that would have looked at it, it wouldn't have been a big deal. They would have been able to figure it out. But I think all this stuff gets like automated and just tossed around. And it just got to the point where it was like lost in the system for a while. It took like three weeks to arrive. Maybe 4 weeks. And like, it took a while. Somebody had even written on the box, they rewrote the zip code. So like my dad had written it in marker. It had been damaged to where you couldn't read it. And somebody wrote in pen right below it, the zip code.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
What really happened?
I have no idea, but it's kind of shitty when you send stuff media mail, dude. The USPS, they just don't give a crap about it. Like, they reserve the right to open it and verify that it is media, and I've had them do that. I've received a box that had been like cut open. I've received a box that looked like they just fucking drop kicked it against my door.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like it broke a DVD case in it. Like the corner of it was crushed and the DVD was crushed inside too. But it's cheap. At least it's cheap. Send a 10-pound box for, roughly $10. That's not bad.
Well,
the big thing about that box, dude, if it had really gone missing, oh, I guess that one wasn't the one. I got another box today that has a couple of DVD sets that are very valuable. Which I know you'd be like, DVDs valuable? There's for instance, he's got a couple of these special edition tins of DVDs that are like for instance, there's a Disney television show of Zorro, and they're
Okay.
like special collector's edition tins. It's like worth $300. I don't know how much my dad paid for it, but it's worth 300 now.
Yeah, I just wish when you say that, I wish I had the Transformers, man.
Oh, for sure, dude. Dude, I think about buying stuff all the time now just to hold on to for years later when it comes to like media. Like for instance, Shout Factory, Scream Factory stuff, dude. Like they tell you what's going out of print on their website so you can buy it before it goes out of print. And then if you just hold on to it for a couple of years, eventually all the retailers will sell out of whatever backstock they have. And then now you have literally the only brand new copies of whatever.
And that's where you scoop and say, "Oh, you wanted a copy of this movie that I paid $13.99 for?
Yeah,
$400."
Yeah. Well, no, people do that regularly, dude. Like there's and I'm kind of glad that they do. And like for instance, like if I want a copy of like the special Scream Factory edition of some horror movie, like that movie, you know, has been out of print for several years and I want a brand new copy of it. Luckily, some dude just held on to it and it's generally not that expensive, but he's selling it for 75, $100 and he bought it for 20. Yeah. But that markup, if you think about it, he's had it for 5 years and I'm able to get it brand new. That's kind of cool. I think it's worth it.
No, I agree.
I know, for instance, Freaks and Geeks is now out of print, which I wanted to buy a couple copies of that. Because I bet you 5 years, 10 years from now, people are going to want to buy that. I'm willing to bet that they've made enough of those that will saturate the market for a long time, though. The market of freaking physical media. People are all over that anyway. I'm like the only person buying physical media, but I am always going to want it.
Yeah, dude, you have to think it hasn't gone away, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. The thing that does suck is how everything that comes with like digital copies, how that like that company, whoever it was that managed that, like the ultraviolet thing, how they went under. Because like now it doesn't matter what I buy. If it comes with a digital copy, it's like half the time you can't even use it anyway. You don't really get it. Jim, can we see what you're drawing, dude?
Yeah, let me just give me a second. I gotta do something real quick. I'm almost done. Yeah, I remember that one like shut down or went out of business or something.
Yeah, it was like a couple of years ago. They were like, "Hey, we're not going to be doing this anymore." Like, I don't know, dude. It's kind of badass. I used God, I forget what it's called. I'd have to look it up. But there's this service that exists where it will combine all of your online video accounts. So like if you have iTunes movies that you bought, if you have Amazon movies that you've bought, you log into this thing and it'll put them all in one place for you. Oh, it's called like Movies Anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I've been using. Yeah.
Have you really?
Mm-hmm.
So
because the cool thing about it is I can go to when I buy, let's say I buy a movie from Fandango or if I buy it from Amazon.
Right.
I could be on YouTube if that movie, like just regular YouTube, if that movie is available for purchase, I'll go to it and it'll be like, "Oh, you own this movie." So it like cross all platforms is really cool.
Well, that's the thing that's so badass is like, so my dad buys a ton of movies on iTunes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Dad, can I have your login to log into it, to log into the Movies Anywhere thing? And he was like, yeah, I don't care. Go ahead. So I used his login to log into iTunes and then put that into Movies Anywhere. So now I have access to those movies on Movies Anywhere, but also it combined it. So I own all of those movies on Amazon now. It just unlocked all of those movies on my Amazon account.
Yeah.
Like, it was like the best thing I've ever done. It just freaking crossed them, which the fact that the studios are doing this is really like kind of high of them. They're essentially making it so you, as long as you're upfront about like what you've bought, they unlock it on all the major retailers. So you don't have to buy it in two different places. It's just there already for you.
Yeah. It's really cool, man.
It is. It's neat, dude.
I love it, dude. No, I do. Because I didn't even know about it. For me, it was just like an accidental discovery. So I'm like, oh, I guess this is just how it is. But
yeah, it's freaking super sweet, dude. I really should just be buying movies online like that, so that if like, you know, my apartment burns down or whatever, I don't lose all like million of these movies. I wish, that's what I wish, Skillz. I wish that I could scan these movies in on Amazon and show that I own it, and then have it be available on Amazon for me from now on. You know, I'd love to have them digitally also, but I don't have room for, you know, it would probably take another 60 terabytes of space just to hold on to these movies.
I know, dude.
There was a company that did that. I think it might have been Vudu that did that. So with Vudu, I'm pretty sure it was Vudu. You could log into your Vudu account on your computer, and if you had a DVD drive on your computer, you could put your DVD in, and Vudu would read that you had that DVD, and for like $1.99, you could get the digital rights to that movie to watch in Vudu. But you did have to pay, but not more than at most $3. But I think it was like $2. And in fact, like, I have one movie in Vudu because of that. And it was a horror movie. And if you can guess what horror movie it was, I'll give you $100 right now.
Me or the massive
anyone,
audience?
you or anyone in the audience.
Would you really do that? You wouldn't be like pissed off that you just gave away money?
I don't believe that you could guess.
But I'm saying, let's say somebody did it and you're just like, whoa, would that like bum you out?
No, it'd be awesome. If somebody could actually guess it, I'd be like, hell yeah, you deserve some money.
He'll give you some money.
Yeah. Dude, it's going to come down. I've actually said in another stream what movie I did this with. And somebody's going to be like, I know. It's this movie. And I'm going to go, no, that's not the one. No. It was another movie. When I'm lying, I talk like this, Skillz. I'm a very bad poker player. I don't have an ace. What are you talking about?
Hey,
I've got a
guys.
handful of jacks. No, Chelsea, not Skeleton Key.
Skeleton Key. Oh,
Skillz, you're a fantastic artist.
I don't think. What is it?
You're trying to think of what movie?
Yeah,
I think I've actually told you what movie it is. There's a chance you know in the back of your head what movie it is.
The back of my head. That sounds actionable.
Weird. Nope, not Cabin in the Woods.
Not the Vinny.
It is Vinny Artichoke. Yeah.
Vinny Artichoke Chronicles.
Yeah. All right, I'll narrow it down for you guys. It came out between 2000 and 2004.
Dang. Yeah. Is anybody? Guess nobody wants to make a free $100, huh? Dang. What's that?
That was me making a sale on eBay, bro.
Oh, nice.
You hear my computer just froze, so the music stopped. Oh,
no, the music's still going.
You didn't hear it freeze for a second?
No. I think, again, since we're connected the way we are,
wow,
I think it just doesn't matter.
No, not Seed of Chucky. Also, it's not part of a series. It is a standalone film. It is also one of my favorite horror movies of all time.
That could be anything.
It could be. It could be anything. It is not Rubber. I've never seen Rubber.
I love Rubber.
I've heard it's so good. I have no desire to see it, though.
Oh, dude. The fact they could pull that off is just great, dude.
Oh, I should watch it.
Yeah, dude. It's just like, I don't know. For me, it like, it's the whole like, you guys really, really committed to this idea and you did it. Like, you're crazy and you made it work.
There are, so like, dude, I'm a real big fan of kind of goofy, like, B movie horror stuff, but there is a brand of it that I just don't like. Like, for instance, that like Velocipaster.
And yeah, I haven't even heard of that.
It's just like, you hear the mashup of what it is. It's just not. That's just not up my alley. I don't find it funny. I don't find it clever. I find it just bad.
Did you watch 78 yet or no?
No, I might watch that tonight. I want to crank through a few beers and watch it, but I also am concerned about how late I may wake up tomorrow. I have an appointment to get my brakes checked on my car at 1:30.
Oh, you're screwed,
actually, dude. I found there's a place right across the street from my apartment building, and I don't even know if it's like a good place to get your car worked on, but I'm like, I might actually keep up on my car repairs if there's a place right across the street, you know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you slept so much. I don't know.
Oh, is Chelsea going to bed?
Chelsea, don't go to bed yet. Here, I'll show you what I'm drawing. I'll share a screen. All right. Before you go to bed, Chelsea, you must see what I drew for you. So share screen. Share screen. Share screen.
Hopefully she sticks around.
Yeah, Chelsea. Oh, maybe she left. See? Look at
Wow. Wow.
that.
Is that little Sam?
little sweet little baby Sam.
Wow.
Samulus. You like it?
I love it, dude.
I mean, now I would go in and really carve out all the contrast, but hey. That's for you, Chelsea.
Wow. Hopefully there wasn't so much of a delay. Oh, wow. There might be a delay to where. Oh, no. She might see it. I'm not sure.
She's not going to see it. She doesn't care. She's done. She's had enough. She needs her beauty sleep. We all do.
Oh, she saw it. Cool.
Good night, Chelsea.
Good night, Chelsea. I'm sure everyone would have liked to actually see you paint that. You know,
I would have done
draw
it. It didn't take me long. So I brought up some references.
I could see you looking at references. You were like trying to like get your What's up, Randy? We've missed you.
Randy, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Randy Huntsman.
The randiest of the Randys.
And next up is Sharon Kuntzman. And Rebecca's here too.
We have a Rebecca in the house.
Can we get a Yolanda? Thank you, Chelsea.
Yolanda.
Can we get a Yolanda up in this biatch? Thank you and God bless.
You know what bothers me right now, Skillz? Is I'm kind of excited to see that next Fear Street, even though I was disappointed by the first one.
Well, you know what's always cool is when you have, they committed to 3 of these in their horror, which is cool. But also, it's kind of like interesting now because the first one you weren't blown away by, so now it's going to be interesting to see, is this one going to be the same, or is this going to be way worse, or is this going to be like, whoa, that one was actually good? So
I don't know, man. I'm not in love with the mythology that they've created, but at least this happens before the events of the others, so I don't know. I wish that you had watched it by now so I could get verification of whether or not I'm just
I can watch it. I still got to finish the one thing.
Yeah, I feel like you're not stoked to see the other thing. You shouldn't force yourself.
Well, I know sometimes it's tough because oftentimes when you force yourself to watch something, good night, Chelsea.
Yeah, have a good day at work tomorrow.
Have a great day. Often though, when you're you force yourself to watch something that you were just for some reason resisting, even though people say it's good, and you watch it and you're still kind of like, yeah, it wasn't for me, My instincts were correct. But then there's other times where you do that, and for myself at least, and I'm like, oh wow, man. Like,
dude, I had that experience with everyone at work with 2 different movies, and I had those opposite reactions. So number 1, I think I've talked to you about both of these, but Blazing Saddles I hadn't seen until last year.
Okay.
I've always thought that I had no interest in it, and I was like, I'm not gonna like this movie.
Dude, he's so good. He's in Spaceballs too. I just love that.
Dude, I hated Blazing Saddles.
Really?
Hated it.
Wow.
Like, dude, it was I thought it was bad. I thought it was boring. I understand why people like it, but it is not for me, dude. Now, the other one that I also thought that I was gonna hate is the mockumentary about the band. What's that called?
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap. Dude, I have never wanted to see Spinal Tap. I never had any interest. I was sure I was going to hate it. Jim, I kid you not, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in a movie. Dude, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard. I was in pain. Literally, my stomach was hurting so bad. I was crying the whole movie. Like, the people the people from work that wanted me to see it because they loved it so much, they literally were saying, this is the best experience you could have introducing someone to a movie that you want them to like.
Yeah.
Like to see somebody like dying of laughter. Dude, that movie, like, it hit my funny bone just right. Just right, dude.
That's awesome, dude.
It
Isn't
was
that
so
great?
good. Oh, dude. I mean, I wish for another movie going experience like that. Like, holy fuck.
But that's
dude.
what I'm talking about. There's movies out there where, those movies out there where you, you hadn't seen them, and you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow, this is now like one of my favorite movies, and this has been around for like all these years, and I've never seen it.
Yeah, man. For whatever reason, dude, my thought of what that movie was going to be, I can't even really describe to you, but I was like, dude, the novelty, I don't give a crap. Like, it's just not going to be good. I know it's not going to be good.
That's one of those ones where you see why it's a classic, because
dude, it was only a couple seconds in. I remember, like, I was like, here we go. And my brain was already like, dude, this is going to be such a pain because these people want you to like this movie so bad. You're not going to like it. And like the first few images came in, and I was like, oh, here we go. And dude, it was like one of the first jokes. I just felt it. I felt like my giggles. Like, dude, it's just so good. I just love it. I love that. It made me, honestly, dude, seeing that movie, I almost exclusively watch horror right now, and I really have no interest in anything else right now. And that movie made me want to watch comedies. But I even thought to myself there is almost no chance that I will pick a comedy to watch that I will have that reaction to,
No, I feel you. I feel you, dog. I feel you.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I also feel that I have to take a leak, and that it's very late. It's almost 1 a.m. here. And for some of you people out there around the world, it could be even later. Thank you for joining the Wink and Skillz show.
Wow.
And we want to give a special thanks to our sponsor this week, coming to theaters everywhere, the Gary Turbo movie. So please go check that out.
Gary Turbo. Gary Turbo is a snail, right?
Actually, it has to be a real thing, because that's just too great of a name for somebody just made that up. Let me see. Yes, it is a snail. What is he from? Gary Boost Turbo. I mean, a picture of a snail comes up, but nothing definitive.
I don't know why I even knew that.
So it looks like the character, his shell is like, has like a
motor.
Yeah, motor.
It's like one of those. It's like one of those things you put in like the hallway to dry your floor.
A jet engine. Maybe his name isn't. Maybe it's. I don't know. Gary Turbo. What are you? Gary Turbo, little baby Gary Turbo. Anyways, though, I must go because I need to actually do some drawing exercises before I try to unwind and go to bed.
Wow, you're really going to do some drawing exercises?
Yeah, I have to, dude. I told you.
Wow, dude.
I want to get good.
That's crazy, dude. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I am going to set this up to be private.
Just imagine cutting to like half hour from now. I'm in my living room. There's 80s exercise music playing, and I'm like lifting a pencil and lowering it and lifting it and lowering it. All you hear is, I need a hero.
I need a hero.
I'm doing art exercises.
Yeah. All right. Well, this was fantastic. I'm so glad that Skillz, you agreed yet another night to hang out with me on the interwebs. I was shocked this time around. Quite honestly, I was like,
you were surprised. I wonder why you were surprised. I was kind of waiting for you.
Well, I figured you'd be like, man, it's late, and like I sometimes know that like you get things that will mess up your sleep and stuff sometimes, where you'll be like, listen, man, I
That's only
literally,
women that do that for some reason.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
anyways,
All right. Well, in any case, I am really glad that we got the chance to hang out on the internet tonight.
thank you. I am too. And thank you so very deeply, Mr. Rob, for the emojis.
And William Frisk, thank you so much for the $500 super chat. That will go a long way.
Yeah.
We're thankful. All right, folks.
Wait, hold on, Randy. Thank you for the $10 billion.
Yes.
We're closing the channel down, effective immediately.
All right. Well, we will see you next time. Peace out.
Homies.